Welcome to the state of my quarters.
Tom sighed and gestured with a stiff arm. In the past few hours, he understood what homeowners accomplished 4 centuries ago when moving house. Years of experiencing 20th century lifestyles on the holodeck meant nothing in practical terms. Owen Paris entered with quiet footsteps. His Admiral's eyes inspected the room. He spied hard Starfleet packing cases and noted his son's continued love for replicated antiquities. A silver toaster from the 1950s rested on the table alongside a finished breakfast. As a child, Thomas insisted on owning a toaster. It didn't matter how replicators summoned toasted bread to any specification. He enjoyed toasting and buttering the slices for himself. Eyes widened at the sight of a sleeping baby.
Ah, there's my granddaughter.
He sat on the bed near Miral, while Tom squatted and resumed packing on the other side of the room.
I bet you reckon this starship would be your home.
We were settling in nicely until yesterday.
Well, no need now.
Owen latticed his fingers together and listened.
Dad, thanks again for letting us stay with you.
Actually, I can do better than that, son.
Oh?
I'm taking some shore leave of my own.
Because of us?
In a manner of speaking. But because of Voyager also.
He stopped packing and stared.
Dad, that's great.
It officially started this morning. Pathfinder's job is basically complete. Some personnel will research what Voyager's brought back. We'll reassign the rest.
Who will be in charge of Pathfinder?
Mitchell, of course. And they're pulling in another flag officer. No one outside command knows yet, so don't inform anyone.
Tom's spine straightened with his arms outstretched, protesting.
Dad, there's nobody on board. Who am I going to tell?
Owen nodded to his son's logic.
Yes, that's true.
His attention focused on his granddaughter, swaddled and sleeping on the bed.
Is that why you're here?
Tom asked, squeezing more clothing into the case.
Well, for Miral, actually. You know when your mother meets Miral, she won't be able to escape.
B'Elanna will have something to say about that.
He stopped squeezing the clothes into the case.
Hang on, what about me?
I'm sure your mother will budget time for you.
His father chuckled.
She's applying for shore leave as well.
Then my fate has been sealed.
Tom sighed.
I knew I shouldn't have returned with a wife and child. They'd only upstage me.
He drew a deep breath and exhaled, grinning.
Wow, this is so sudden.
For all of us, son. For all of us.
Tom tried forcing the thick jacket to fit a second time. Owen watched him struggle enough.
Get another bag or deconstruct it in the replicator.
He widened his grin.
Think I can't make it fit?
Owen smiled.
I'm out of practice as a father. But how many cadets have I dressed down?
Omar Salas.
The older man blinked.
Excuse me?
It's Talaxian for good news has no clothes.
An odd saying.
With everyone on shore leave, it applies.
Owen gave his granddaughter another gentle pat, rose from the bed, knelt beside his son, grabbing the spare bag.